Hello, and welcome to Panther Sports Zone. I'm Drew Brewer.
And I'm Iman Abraham.
This Wednesday, a 6-game winning streak by the Panthers unfortunately came to an end against the McNeese Cowboys. In a 7-2 loss at John Miller Ballpark, the Cowboys got on the board first, scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the first. The Panthers responded with a 1 run in the top of the second as Braden Johnson crossed the plate first for PVMU. McNeese advanced their score to 5-1 in the bottom of the fourth and again in the bottom of the fifth for a 7-1 score before Prairie View added a final run in the top of the sixth on a Johnson 2-out RBI for a 7-2 final score in favor of the Cowboys. In the loss, Johnson went 2 for 3 at bat with 1 RBI and 1 run. Pitcher Joshua Larzabel received the loss on the mound, pitching 4.1 innings, striking out 3. Prairie View will return to play when they host Texas Southern in a 3-game series starting today, April 8th, through Sunday, April 10th.
In October of 2022, the NCAA announced its future championship sites through 2026, where Prairie View is set to serve as the 2022 National Collegiate Women's Bowling Championship Regional Competition host for the first time at the Bowling International Research and Training Center in Arlington. The regional competition will take place at 4 predetermined sites today and tomorrow. PV will host SFA, North Carolina, A&T, Louisiana Tech, and Sam Houston. As these teams take the lanes, the winner of each regional will advance to the NCAA championship. The championship matches will be played April 15th and 16th. The regional and championship brackets will be double elimination, with each round consisting of a best-of-3 match that includes the use of 3-team game formats, Baker total pinfall, 5-person team match, and a best-of-7 Baker match play. Regional competition will conclude with 1 team from each regional bracket advancing to compete in the championship. The champion will be determined using a best-of-7 Baker match play. The championship final will air at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday, April 16th on ESPNU.
This upcoming Sunday, April 10th, PV Soccer will host the 2022 Spring Soccer ID Camp. This event will take place from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and includes female soccer players from 15 to 21 years old. The camp will also include 2 training sessions with small-sided games, along with the Q&A at the end. When we come back, we'll talk more about weekly Swac honors and go into the Grambling State's entire volleyball roster being cut. Don't go anywhere after this.
Welcome back to Panther Sports Zone. This week, both Swac men's track and field honors go to teammates Nicholas Scott and Kevon Hamilton from Southern University. Scott ran a personal best in the 800 meters at LSU's Bengal Relays, crossing the finish line with a time of 1 minute 49.3 to take first place. On the field side, Hamilton had a jump of 14.79 meters, landing him in first places in the triple jump at LSU's Bengal Relays.
Onto the women, Southern's Anaya Williams and Alcorn State's Kaya Williams were named its Swac Track and Field Performers of the Week. Anaya ran a personal best in the women's 400 meter with a time of 55.50 seconds to claim 6th place at LSU's Bengal Relays, while Kaya landed in first place in the long jump at Southern. Mississippi's invite with a jump of 5.71 meters.
And a few days ago, in a shocking move, it was reported that Grambling State's volleyball coach decided to cut its entire roster of student athletes. What do you think of this decision?
Well, that's kind of a big decision right there. I wouldn't expect, she came in February to, I guess, get the program, keep going, and just for you to get rid of all of the players, it's kind of a little strange.
It's a lot. I think there was like 19 players.
Yeah, 19 players that was cut.
That are just gone, especially with such a short notice. Like how, especially with like scholarships were cut as well. They're just, you're gone. Like you come in to play a sport thinking everything's okay. You already deal with one mishap of losing a coach, and then the new coach coming in and not really even giving you a chance.
Right. That's come to say, like, there have been times, like, I'm pretty sure we've all had that one coach that just didn't really get along with people and just wanted, I guess, a clean basis. But to really cut all 19 is really shocking because a lot of these girls have been playing since before you even came in February. And for you to cut their scholarships, to cut everyone out, like, I don't know if they was doing that bad or I don't know what was going on, but just for you to go ahead and cut them out for no reason, I don't really see a correlation with that. So that was a real interesting move. Maybe she's bringing in more people this way.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I feel like you have to bring in new players, but I mean, who goes to show that you might be recruiting a player and get to know them, but they might be worse than the players that you already had. And I feel like just as a safety net, keep some players, just, top 5 maybe out of the 19, just in case the players that you do think are going to perform might not, especially freshman year. And most freshmen have that nervous first.
Still trying to get used to everything.
They're not going to perform 9 times out of 10 their best that first season.
I would say for you to cut all 19 players, that means you are for sure certain that the next 19 that you bring are for sure coming to your school. A lot of times people will be like, I'm coming to Grambling or I'm coming to PV, and then another offer comes up that might be better than where they already want to go. So for you to just cut them out, if you feel like they weren't performing as they should, I understand that, but that's not a given reason to cut all 19 players. Like that, maybe at least 5, 6.
Especially when you have young ones or some of them are freshmen. I mean, the whole goal to come to a college is to improve, to do better. So they might not be good now, but you would think with your guidance, with your coaching, they would become good players or better players than they were. So, like, I don't know. I feel like giving them a chance, but, I mean,
you also lose that leadership goal from it. As a coach, there's only so much you can do. Like, you're not going to class with these people. You're not going home with them. That bond that a team has is something that will never be able to be broken. And if you bringing in new people, like new freshmen, they don't know each other. They just now starting to learn. They just now trying to learn the works of college. They trying to learn the works of what a collegiate collegiate sport would be. So for you to go ahead and cut it, now you've lost that leadership. So now if you get stressed because I don't have no leaders, well, you got rid of your leaders.
Yeah,
now they got to pick up from day one. So it's an interesting thing that happened.
We'll see if there's a method to the madness.
We gonna see. Hey, that's an interesting one right there.
It really is. But coming up next, we will bring on one of the members from the men's track and field team, Sign On Shy. Stay tuned after the break.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Zone. Joining us today, we have Simon Shy. Simon, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you guys?
That's doing well.
Yes, good. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
So I see that you were homeschooled. So how was the transition from being homeschooled to coming here to PV?
The transition was pretty smooth. My parents did a really good job at kind of getting me and my siblings out. We did a lot of dual credit classes. We did a lot of organization of sports. We had track, I had basketball, different things just to get around and meet other people. So like I could work on my social skills. And so once I came to PV, it was a little bit of a jump from going back from not too many people to a bunch of people, but I kind of got into a groove about freshman year, sophomore year, so now it's all good.
Right, that's good.
And plus, you kind of get to, you're in track, so it helps a lot knowing some people
you
on
kind of have
campus.
like a group of people that you know, and you grow a bond with those people, so that's kind of made it a lot easier.
I agree with that. And how close are you with your members?
We're really close. Our distance team, we kind of stick together. We always have our little group chats. We have our little meals before races. We always make sure to stick together no matter what we're doing. If we're going to the MSC or we're going to go run, whatever we do, we just try to stick together because growing a bond together off the track makes it even better on the track and make you better racers, and it helps us score more in conference.
Right. So on a personal level, from how you feel, how do you feel the season so far is going?
This season has gone pretty well for me. It's been a big shock. In the beginning of the season, I really didn't start off well. I was injured, and then I got COVID, so I missed, I believe, 3 or 4 meets in the beginning of the indoor season. I came back in with only 2 meets, and I didn't perform really well, so I was just kind of iffy about how the rest of the season was going to go. But I kind of just stuck to what coach has been giving us and stuck to our training and then did what I had to do, and then it started to come out pretty well now.
And how is your relationship with your coach?
It's really good. Me and coach, it's like having a best friend. He's always there for you to listen to what you got to say, listen to your problems, and he's also there for you when he needs to get you in line or get you in place and let you know what you need to be or where you need to be to become a better athlete and a better man.
That's good.
So, like you said before earlier, you probably wasn't doing so much well. You missed the 3 and 4 meets. So now you actually had a breakout season with the 1500 and the 800. So how do you feel those has transitioned? Like, what helped you to transition to get better during the season?
Yeah, I just kind of I just focused on what my teammates were telling me. Just keep showing up to practice every day and keep working, and it's going to happen. The product's going to show. All this work you put in, it's just going to show. So I just kept coming to practice, kept working hard with my teammates, and I did what I had to do when it came to race time.
It's definitely showing now.
Yeah.
Yes, because I mean, you didn't, and I feel like that's the one thing about athletes that separates great ones from the average is looking at adversity and just piling through, keep going. Like you didn't let the injuries or COVID affect you and your performance. You use that to drive you to keep going.
Exactly.
And that's good. And like when you race, is there anything that you like to do that helps you get ready, prepared mentally, physically?
Yeah, so I have a bad time of like overthinking before a race. So before a race, I either tell a joke or like just talk to someone on the line to get my mind off of overthinking for a race, because I know I just trust my training and do what I have to do and just run the race. I'm going to come out good. So every race I try to tell a little joke or sing the song that's on the radio, whatever they're playing right there, just do something easy or something smooth just to
keep that mind occupied.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that feeling.
So your father came to PV, he's a
Yes.
PV alum, and he also too was in track and field.
Yes.
So how does that feel, just almost like following his footsteps, coming to PV, doing track, and how was that growing up with your dad being in track?
It was crazy because since I was a little boy, I came to PV, all the homecoming games, track meets, things like that. I've been to PV relays almost every year. When I was in high school, I ran at PV relays, and my dad was quite the athlete here. He was one of the best distance runners to ever run here. So following after his footsteps, there's some big shoes to fill, but this season, I'm starting to get closer and closer, and he's been really proud of me, and I've been really grateful for that. And
You gotta watch out, Dad. He's coming for you.
I'm trying, man. I'm creeping towards it.
That's awesome. Through all those times and since you've been playing track, has there been any moments where you've thought about quitting? Maybe that just isn't for you?
100%. In high school, I played basketball and track, so Of course, I had hoop dreams, so I wanted to play basketball with my whole heart. But I realized that track was something that I was really good at, and not a lot of people are great at it. So I just I focus in on that around senior year, and then talked to Coach Clay, and then got on the team then. And then once I got here, I did one of the COVID times. It was kind of getting a little iffy, and I didn't know if I wanted to continue, but then I just kept pushing through it, fought through the adversities, and we came out Swac champions last outdoor. So that was a good time then too. Yeah.
Right. So you're happy you did it.
Yeah, I'm just very grateful I didn't do it. The coach was like, "I bet you glad you didn't come." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do it." But yeah, I'm glad I didn't.
Well, speaking of the SWAC Outdoor Championship that's coming up, I know you run the 15 and the 8, but sometimes I think you go for the 3K steep. So do you plan on doing that during the event?
We're still working on that. Me and Coach are talking about it, trying to see how we're going to do the game plan going into SWAC, because we kind of have to do it really strategic. And it's a lot of thought process going behind what races I want to run, because it depends on how my legs are going to take it, how my body's going to take it. So we want to do what's best for me and for the team, so that we can have a better outcome.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. And then, of your teammates, one of your former ones, Jamal, has he made an impact on you?
Yeah, Jamal's made a really big impact on me and the whole team, I believe. He's really wise when it comes to running. And I like to learn a lot from past runners, and like my dad, Jamal, Coach. I try to learn as much as I can so I can pass it down. And he's been teaching me a lot as he's been there. And he's been encouraging me since as soon as he got here. He's just been encouraging me ever since, because when he got here, I wasn't doing great, but now I'm starting to do a lot better. And he's just still encouraging me, still being there for me. And he's a great training partner.
That's good.
So it's really good.
Is there any one piece of advice that you have stuck?
Keep coming out.
That's
what he tells me every single time. Every single practice we had, I would have good practice, bad practice. He would just say, "Keep coming out," and that's every single time he would do it. And every time I talk to my freshmen now or my other teammates, I just tell them the exact same thing, because that's all you got to do is just keep showing up, keep working hard, and your product's gonna show.
That's awesome.
So with the Outdoor SWAC Championship coming up, last year in the men's side, it was only 7 teams. So now the teams have doubled almost to about 12. So how does that extra competition affect you going into the championship?
I mean, I feel like it affects overall team scores, but I feel like if we do what we need to do in practice, we shouldn't really have to worry about anything. Right. We're a really competitive team, and we're smart runners, and we know what we're doing out there. So if we just stick with what we have to do, stick with what Coach tells us to do, I feel like it's not a much of a problem.
Place.
Yeah, just gonna keep running, keep going. So.
Nah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you do or tell your other teammates when, in the moment you're in that tournament, they're just not performing? Is there anything that you try to help the team?
Yeah. A lot of the times people will get down on themselves if they didn't perform how they wanted to or things like that, and I just kind of stress on them, like, trust your training. We work hard every single day. We've done these times. We've done these paces. I know you can do it, and you know you can do it. You just got to trust in it. If you trust in that, then it's gonna take you a long way.
Yeah.
And the confidence is a really big thing when it comes out there. Being on the track, if you run confident, you're gonna get good results. So
I agree.
that's what I try to let them know.
So you've already won an indoor championship.
Yes, sir.
Going into coming in. So what does a repeat mean to you from last year to win the outdoor championship?
It was a big thing. A lot of times the SWAC tells us that Prairie View's not an indoor team, sorry. So to win the way we did that indoor season, it was a big thing, and it kind of let the schools know that, yeah, Prairie View, we're not here to play. That wasn't a fluke last year. We're actually a solid team, and we're here to compete
And win.
Yeah, and
Home of the champions.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any goals that you're thinking about moving forward with track?
Yeah, I guess just time-wise, for this year, I'm just trying to catch up to my dad. If I can, that would be great. And then another thing is possibly making it to regionals for NCAAs. That's another big goal of mine. So I'm just trying to keep working, keep running these meets, and keep doing what I have to do.
That's good.
Simon Shard, and Mr. Shard, look out, because he's coming for that ring. So I don't know, y'all might have something going on at home when it gets to that. But be on the lookout for Simon Shard and all the other track members as they continue to play. And make sure you tune in for the Outdoor SWAC Championship and support our Panthers. And that's all love over here at Sports Zone. We want to make sure all our sports are getting the recognition that they deserve. Well, that'll be all for today's episode of Panther Sports Zone. Make sure to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:30 p.m. for more Panther sports news and information around the Swac. Once again, I'm Drew Brewer.
And I'm Iman Abraham.
And we're signing out.